mmadụ padlock lekwe padlock na onye ezi ma wee elu mba na-eje ka mara enweta fa ndị watch ya, the evil.
Very good morning to you and welcome to the Thursday edition of Trending Issues. Yes, we're live and we're coming to you live from AF Television Studio, and the program is Trending Issues. My name is Faith Okam, a regular anchor on the program Trending Issues. You know how we do it. We talk about issues that are trending in Nigeria and outside Nigeria as they're coming in. We'll talk about it. Don't forget you can join us on all our social media platforms. Join us Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, all our social media platforms. You have the opportunity, you have the right to drop your comments, make your contributions, and also share using the share link. And so you can just join us in the conversation this morning. Anything you want to talk about with us on the topics that we've selected to talk, you can just drop the comments on the comment section of our social media platforms. All right, so before my voice and my face came up on screen, you saw a video flashing on your screen, and that video was a shrine that was discovered in a Rafite community in a Kusugu local government area of Anambra State. Anambra is here in the southeast of Nigeria. This shrine was discovered, and the owner of that shrine was said to have engaged in diabolical things. You could see some people's names tied on artifacts locked with keys, some person's destiny, some people's name. You could hear some of the names being mentioned in that video, and that is to tell you the rate of wickedness people choose to indulge in the society today. That is very, very bad. But then the good thing is that that shrine has been discovered, and the youth of that community, that's talking about a Rafite community in a Kusugu local government area of Anambra State, they destroyed that shrine, and we'll hope that other shrines as such will be identified so that they will be destroyed. People are really suffering in life, and it's so unfortunate that humans who cannot give life try to take away people's destiny from them. Of course, humans are not God, and God is the supreme God, and He's sovereign. We hope that He will continue delivering us. All right, Trending Issues AF Television. Don't forget, join us on all our social media platforms. Drop the comments, keep it coming, and we'll take the much as we can. All right, let's move ahead. Go over to what happened yesterday. That's talking about Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the IPOB. You know, he appeared in court yesterday at the Federal High Court sitting in Abuja. And of course, some persons were shocked seeing him on the same clothes that he has been appearing in court with since he was rearrested and brought back to Nigeria. And of course, some persons raised concern. Why is it that the DSS and its officials have refused to allow Nnamdi Kanu a change of clothes, even when the court has said on several occasions, please allow this man change his clothes. But then yesterday he still appeared on the same clothes, and the justice of that court, that's talking about Justice Nyako queried the DSS, and they said Nnamdi Kanu did not wear a new clothes. They have this particular clothes, that is the Isi Agu attire, and DSS are saying that this is the clothes Nnamdi Kanu chose to wear, and we cannot allow him wear these clothes. Why? Because it is against the procedures of the DSS. That is the DSS council telling the court now. And people are saying, why should Nnamdi Kanu not be allowed to wear the clothes he wants, his choice of clothes? And of course, Justice Nyako seemed to have agreed with the DSS. They said Nnamdi Kanu cannot wear Isi Agu as he wants. He can just wear ordinary clothes. And of course, Michael Zakeme, the lead counsel representing Nnamdi Kanu, because Justice Nyako agreed to that and asked mandated DSS to give him his eyeglasses so that he can read and of course do some other thing he wants so that he will not go blind. All right, that is how it went in that court sitting yesterday. You know, it was just filing for squashing of that charges. You know, the counsels representing Nnamdi Kanu sought for the court to squash the charges, the 15-count charges leveled against Nnamdi Kanu by the federal government. You know, the counts are 15 charges. That is what they went for yesterday, and the court adjourned yesterday till April 8, 2022, in less than 2 months from now, and they will come back to court to hear the ruling of Justice Nyako regarding that case, and request for the court to squash the charges, the 15-count charges against Nnamdi Kanu. All right, another development came up where the Kenyan government have released an affidavit in court. Nnamdi Kanu filed a case in Kenya, and now the Attorney General of Kenyan government have released an affidavit in court saying that they do not have an immigration record of Nnamdi Kanu leaving Kenya, and they said that the last time he came into Kenya was around May 2021, and since that time he has not come back. And now people are asking, if the immigration of Kenya do not have record of Nnamdi Kanu leaving Kenya, how come he is in Nigeria? Of course, it has sparked some reactions, and some persons have continued to say, okay, this justifies Kanu's lawyer's claim that he was illegally extradited, he was illegally brought into Nigeria. Of course, the cases are still there, and we hope that justice will be served, because he is a leader of the IPOB, and they have been calling for separation. They want to separate from Nigeria. Of course, the court is there to agree to that or not. All right, trending issues, AF Television. Join us on all our social media platforms and drop your comments and your contributions on the topics that we are talking about this morning, and that we will take them as much as we can. Let's move ahead to another issue that is trending. Of course, it has been trending since Monday. Monday was 14th, and it was Valentine's. Some people were very happy, but then unfortunately, some persons like Abba Kyari got bittered, and he was declared wanted by the NDLEA, that's the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency. They declared him wanted, and of course, as they were declaring him wanted in Abuja, they released a video indicting him in a 25-kilogram drug deal. That is a DCP, suspended DCP Abba Kyari, said to be involved in a drug deal, worth 25 kilograms. And of course, they released that video. We'll just play you that video, and then when we come back, we'll talk more about it.
Wannan tura maka nan su ne masu dot din ɗayan jaka biyu ne ɗayan kuma ɗaya babba, to amma duka sun hada su 5 kg guda biyar ɗugo, amma suna cikin wayannan guda biyu ne, wannan babba ne da wannan akwai da an hada biyu ina ga ɗayan biyu an hada uku ne a ciki bari wanda duka ne duka is 25. But one is not masu dot nan ba su ne 5 to su ne za a yi testing kashi biyu nan su ne masu dot nan su ne za a yi testing nan daga su daga dot ne ba shi wannan kuma dot na shiga shi su ne za a yi su kuma su biyu ne dan kada su ɗayan biyu ne a haɗe ɗayan kuma ɗaya ne babba there are 3 bags so but ɗaya biyu a ɗaya ɗaya kuma ɗaya amma total loss is 5 kg. Amma sauran da su sauran ma akwai wanda biyu a hade ne haka yadda dai suka zo da shi da mu ba mu taba ba exactly yadda aka yi recovery haka Okay, please. 10. That's 10,000. Okay.
Alright, that is the video released by the NDLEA indicting Abba Kyari in a drug deal, 25-kilogram drug deal. He and 4 other police officers by name Sunday Ubwa, ASP Bauer James, Inspector Simon Agriba, and John Nuhu. One other person by name ASP John Umoru is said to be at large. He has not been found. They're still looking for him. So that is to say that Abba Kyari and these other 4 persons have been arrested in a drug deal, 25-kilogram drug deal. Of course, according to the NDLEA, Abba Kyari approached one of his officials, one of the officials of the NDLEA. Don't forget that Abba Kyari is suspended. He has been suspended since 2021. And this alleged drug deal took place in January 2022. And it has left some people asking, does it mean that Abba Kyari was still operating even when he was on suspension? That is to tell you that something is fishy. Of course, the Nigerian police force has a lot to explain as regards to that. Okay, according to the NDLEA, they said that Abba Kyari approached one of the officials with the deal. See, we have some suspects. We arrested them from Addis Ababa, and we got about 25 kilograms of cocaine. Say we want to do a deal. We have an informant, and the informant is asking for a 50-50 share, and we want to give him like 5 kg, and then we will have about 20 kg. Then we'll give NDLEA this kg. But then we'll now publicize 15 kilogram or about 10 kilogram of that, and then they will use dummy to represent others. And this, according to the end, they just gave a very good presentation of what was going on. They said that the plan was they'll get a dummy, that is a fake cocaine. Then they will use the good one, the real one, to test it and show that, okay, this is it. And then the other fake one will just go like that, and they will share the money. And this money, of course, runs into millions of naira. According to the NDLEA, these officials told on Abba Kyari, and they asked him to play along, and Abba Kyari agreed to pay him a certain amount of money, and then he said he was going to send his younger brother because he was not in the state at that moment. Then the NDLEA official, his name has not been made known, said that no, I don't want to transact with any other person aside you. Of course, Abba Kyari said, okay, you have to wait for me to come back to Abuja. And of course, they arrested this person with 25 kilograms of cocaine in Enugu. When Abba Kyari came back to Abuja, he met with this NDLEA guy, and that is the video you saw there, both of them in the car trying to conclude the deal, getting the money. And of course, that car was wired with audio and videotape, and then that is how Abba Kyari was caught. Of course, the police have arrested him and they have handed him to the NDLEA. But now the NDLEA is said to have approached a court seeking for more time. They need to interrogate Abba Kyari, and that is to say that they will keep him more than 48 hours before they can arraign him in court. And that is to say that Abba Kyari will still remain in NDLEA custody for now till they finish some of the investigation and then arraign him in court. Of course, this news did not go all well with some persons, and some are saying, why would this issue come up now that the FBI are asking for Abba Kyari to be extradited to the U.S.? You know, Abba Kyari was involved with hush puppy, internet fraudster, and of course the FBI asked Nigeria, please bring this man to us. And of course, some are saying this is a plan to shield Abba Kyari so that he will not be moved to U.S. But now, the NDLE are saying that we do not have any plan to shield anybody. Anybody that is involved in this case will be brought to book. And of course, we hope that they will stick to their word. But now, a development has come up. According to a police report, they're saying that Abba Kyari said that his ordeal was masterminded by the IPOB and the ESN. And of course, that report is saying that Abba Kyari said IPOB and ESN, they are the people behind my ordeal, and they are trying to get back at me because of what I did when I was in the Southeast and every other person. Some are asking, what is the relationship between IPOB, ESN, and drug? Are they the ones that asked Abba Kyari to indulge in drug? Of course, these are some of the questions that Abba Kyari himself will answer. And of course, the disciplinary committee of the Police Service Commission have recommended for him to be demoted from Deputy Commissioner of Police to Assistant Commissioner of Police. And of course, we know that the PSC have also asked the investigation panel to submit their report in 2 weeks' time. That 2 weeks will elapse, I think, by next week, and we hope to get a good report and see if he will be extradited or he will remain in Nigeria. Okay, trending issues, AF Television. Join us on all our social media platforms. Drop your comments and your contributions on all the topics that we are talking about this morning, and we will take as much as we can. All right, let's move to Abia State. Something happened on Tuesday, a very sad event that claimed the lives of 8 persons, yes. And it happened at the new cattle market located at Omumauza in Oko West local government area of Abia State in Aba. That is the commercial city of Abia State. You know, something happened and they moved to the new cattle market. But then on Tuesday, very sad event happened at about 11:35 p.m. and the 8 persons that were said to have died, and some other cows were killed. And of course, the state government have commiserated with the persons affected, and they have assured that they will do everything they can to ensure that everybody that was involved in that ugly incident is brought to book. And of course, the state government said they were going to do everything to ensure that people are compensated. But now, the northern groups, like the coalition of northern groups and then the Arewa Youth Federation, they have responded to that attack, and they are not happy. And of course, they are charging the Abia state government to do everything they can to ensure that these persons are brought to book. Of course, we'll just take a few statements from these groups. The first one is the coalition of northern groups. Their spokesperson is Abdulaziz Suleiman, and he said, I'm quoting him now, "We have studied the unfolding events carefully and with considerable restraint and maturity to the point of condoning and accommodating several unreasonable and unacceptable actions that have been perpetrated against Northerners in the Southeast in particular. The recent attack in Abia has taken matters to a point whereby silence has become complicity and inaction is no longer an option in the face of unprovoked evictions, attacks and killings of Northerners in various parts of the Southeast." End of quote. That is the coalition of Northern Group spokesperson, the person of Abdulaziz Suleiman, condemning that attack and charging the Abia State government to do the news. Okay, we'll just take the quote of the national president of the AYCF, that is Alhaji Yerima Shettima, and quoting him now, it says, "As a group, we are still deeply concerned about the murder of Northerners residents in Abia who are doing legitimate business." Because they're doing legitimate business. And the quote continues, "We are also deeply touched by the reports of scores of others sustaining various degrees of injury and have now been hospitalized. The AYCL will be following closely the efforts of Abia State government to fulfill its promise of providing compensation for the families and survivors of the attack. We pray this should be the last bad news we will hear about innocent northern traders from not just Abia but the entire southeast, in the spirit of national unity and stability. End of quote. These are the northern groups that have reacted to the killings of 8 persons in Abba, the new capital market located in Abia, Abba, the commercial city of Abia State, and they are not happy with that. Of course, they are not supposed to be happy. It's a very sad event to have happened in that area. Of course, the Abia State government said they are doing everything. The Commissioner of Police, the Chief of Staff, the governor that's talking about Professor Isi Agu, and so many other persons visited that site the following day, that is on Wednesday, and of course, the needful will be done, God willing. Because we keep on telling you, please stay away from criminal activities, stay away from anything that will not do you good or anything that will bring bad to you or people around you. Trending issues, AF television. Let's take the last story from outside Nigeria before we call it a wrap on today's edition of Trending Issues. And it has to do with a teacher that has been imprisoned. He has been sentenced to a lifetime imprisonment in Indonesia in the person of Harry Wirawan. He's a teacher of one of the boarding schools in Indonesia, and he was charged of defiling some of his students aged 12 to 16 between 2016 and 2021. Of course, he was arrested in May 2021, and the court have been sitting on his case. Now, he has been sentenced to life imprisonment. He was said to have defied 13 persons, and out of that 13, 9 persons got pregnant in that very sad incident. Of course, he has apologized to his victims and his families, and we hope that he will learn his lesson. Of course, he's cleaning up in the prison, and that is the end for him there. And if you're doing such thing, please stay away from such. Stay away from trouble, stay away from anything that will not do you good, anything that will bring you harm or people around you harm. Please run away from it. Keep on telling you there are so many things that you can do that will fetch you good money that are legal. Alright, my name is still Faith Okanwa, and that is how we call it a wrap. And today's edition of Trending Issues, of course, it comes to you from AF Television. Thank you so much for joining us from wherever you are watching, and continue to join us. Until I come your way next time, it is bye for now.